Nom nom nom. Munching on fat is good for your brain. Did you know that? And I want to supplement that, guys, with a recent trial that just came out. As many trials have come out that show healthy fats or unsaturated fats, both mono and poly, are great for your brain. In this trial, they had a bunch of mice and they fed them a high-fat diet or a lower-fat diet, and they wanted to see the effect on brain function. And those fed a high-fat diet had improvements in emotional memory attributed to the amygdala. Now, the hippocampus is the center for processing, learning, and memory. But when it comes to emotional memory, that's kind of more the amygdala's gig there. So that's pretty neat. Improved neuroplasticity. We all know what that is. And increased levels of neurotransmitters or brain chemicals that brain cells use to communicate. And more specifically in this trial, there were increases in glutamate, dopamine, and norepinephrine. So we know that dopamine helps us feel pleasure, motivation, and reward. Norepinephrine is noradrenaline, right? And glutamate is commonly touted as the excitatory neurotransmitter, the major excitatory brain chemical, we could say, but it's also involved in learning and memory. So, pretty neat stuff. Now, what types of fats are generally the best for your brain? Now, albeit saturated fat is not bad for you if it comes from whole food from nature, right? And you don't want excess amounts of anything, and the same goes for saturated fat. But if you're getting good grass-fed beef, grass-finished preferably, lean, and you're having some saturated fat from, say, chicken and no antibiotics or hormones and pork and all these types of meats, well, they're not as likely to cause heart disease as, say, having added sugar, right? That'd be the real killer there, and increasing the production of cholesterol in your liver. Now, albeit they are not harmful per se themselves, and there's no correlation between saturated fat intake and heart disease to date, which many meta-analyses have debunked that myth, they're not the best for your brain, right? So which ones are the best for your brain? Monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats. More specifically, polyunsaturated as in omega-3s, you guys. We all know omega-3s. And so if we have more omega-3s in fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, tuna, herring, sardines, anchovies, trout, things of that nature, we're supporting brain health and brain function. They're just fantastic for not only your brain, but also your heart and your joints as well. Now, you're much better off getting them from food. They're much more bioavailable or absorbable, able to be utilized, reach your circulation, and have a beneficial effect, aka when you get them from food, than if you get them from supplements. So again, food first and foremost when it comes to getting our nutrition, right? And preventing vitamin deficiencies and whatnot. Monounsaturated fats, you find in high amounts in things like extra virgin olive oil, especially in some nuts, things like that. But extra virgin olive oil is a really great source. It's loaded with antioxidants too, lowers blood pressure, blood viscosity. It's great for your brain, improves brain cell function. Bada bing, bada boom. We would love to have a shot of that every day, right? So what do omega-3s kind of do in the brain in simple? Well, EPA and DHA are the major omega-3s. ALA is also one, but EPA and DHA are the ones we're finding in these fatty fish, right? That have a beneficial effect on cognitive function and brain health. And EPA reduces inflammation in the brain to a pretty significant degree. It reduces the release of inflammatory cytokines or messengers. And that's good because chronic inflammation just ain't a good thing, right? We love to keep inflammation down. And that can improve brain cell communication, or as we could say, neurotransmitter function, right? So that's one. When we talk about DHA, it's majorly a structural component of brain cells. So it is part of the brain cell membranes themselves, but also stimulates the production of NGF, also called nerve growth factor, aka it's a growth factor for nerves, aka brain cells. And so it helps promote brain cell growth. Now, in fact, people that have higher intakes of omega-3s, especially from food, like these fatty fish, have increased hippocampal volumes on average. So they have larger hippocampi. And the hippocampus is again responsible majorly for processing, learning, and memory. So it's no surprise they could have a beneficial effect on both of those facets of cognitive function, right? In fact, 90% of the omega-3s in your brain, this is DHA. So it's important to get that from your food, people. And that's why fat's good for your brain. That's what we got for you guys today. I hope you got something out of that. Hope you go eat some fatty fish and make you a little bit smarter, guys. How we all take that. Who do we got? D-Rain, Shredder Cheddar, EJ, Alex, Sabia, Erica, what's up? Hippolito, Dave, Beast from the East. Absolute beast, man. You're an animal today. Animal. Ashley, what's up, pretty girl? Hello. James and Preston Coral. As for now. So we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you guys so much. Happy, Saturday. And happy When Wellness. All the days are the same to me. I love every single one of them. See you later.